Hello, you guys, and Merry Christmas from James C. Stark Radio. Oh, man, we got a great show to end our season today. I've got some great friends with me tonight. These guys are awesome. They're amazing. These guys are like punk kings. They brought back the old school feel of punk. They've turned out, oh, man, I can't even tell you what this is about. They are so awesome. Please welcome, oh, my pleasure to say this, Crank Lab Explosion!
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Oh, I didn't do my...
Explode Crank Dealers Labs.
Awesomeness. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. You guys have been on a couple of the shows so far this season, and it's so much fun. But on this one, we get to, I get to really pick your brains, and I'm excited. Are you guys excited about that? Like, kind of go under my table of my scalpel?
Dude, basically the most fucked up that you get, the more random you get, the better you're going to get from us.
That's the only reason I brought that up, because these guys are totally sick. I love it. Tell me how this all began. What was the whole... Who started this bullshit?
Well,
as he is. Oh, by the way, this is the band that wrote that song. I'm a 420 rock and roll band. I'm a 420. We are. I'm sorry. Well, I got the point across. I love it. So you can just guess what the coughing and everything else is going on in that big pause. So Lee, really quick,
yes,
introduce yourselves really quick. I got Tyler to my right. Tyler, say a little something.
I play guitar. I do backing vocals. On occasion, write some lyrics. And I'm a smartass. So, yeah, that's that.
Hi, my name's Yulvee. I play bass guitar mainly, and then I also do keyboards and vocals.
and I'm Lee. Bass. Used to do bass, now he's doing bass, so I'm playing rhythm guitar nowadays. Sometimes drums and drum programming and other electronic shit.
Right on. Cool, so let's
Damn,
get
that's
back.
deep as fuck. Where the fuck dimension that come from?
It's because he sucks a lot of dick,
I was
man.
going to say, because that sounds like a 70s pornographic film announcer.
Okay, really quick disclaimer, guys. You know that this show has no rating, and this show in particular, we totally had to rate it different because this is the most outspoken band in the Valley. I love them for that. I absolutely do. There's no such thing as censorship or editing on this show. You know that. So the rating for this show is pretty much going to be this. So really listen in close, because if you don't like it, that's how it's going to be. It's not rated PG. It's not rated R. It's not rated XXX. It's rated basically, fuck you if you don't like it, listen to something else.
It's rated CLE.
There you go. Okay, so that was no disrespect or nothing. I'm just giving you a fair warning. It's going to be rough today, guys. These guys speak from the heart. They have nothing to hold back. And, oh, man, I'm really happy to have them on this show because that's how we roll here. Yeah, so it's killer. So, okay, now that the disclaimer, everything is done, Lee, how did this mess start?
Shit, it came from another mess. We were in another band called The Deadly Awakening.
Just you?
There we go. Me and the bassist, or old bassist, he was playing bass in that band, named Tyler over there. And I was doing frontman vocals, not playing an instrument, and it felt kind of awkward, so me and Tyler decided to just get together and pitch some ideas that A Deadly Awakening didn't want to do, and start off from there, just like really short, really fast grindcore songs as opposed to these 6-minute or like a melodic death metal tracks we were doing. Like,
Well, what I noticed is really cool about you guys, you have songs just like the old school original punk bands. They're like 46 seconds long. The next one's like 3 minutes. One's a minute and a half. Then you've got another one that's like 46 seconds again, or whatever. It's really cool. But you get the point across so quick. I really love it. It reminds me of the old SOD album. They threw that together in like a weekend, I think.
To clarify, we started out as a grindcore punk band, and we started creating songs that were just like totally different genres, just in making them our own, crankifying them, fucking them up. And, we just kind of progressed, and it's kind of here we are, And Lee and I were just looking for something off the wall,
a weird outlet.
Yeah, weird outlet.
To the technical pieces we were used to doing. We just wanted to be not technical.
We wanted to be ourselves.
Yeah.
Where did you guys get this influence from? Like, what was your... we all, I don't mean your older influences after you started playing. I mean, like when you were a little kid, where did the spark of this type of music jump into you? Like you knew you liked this.
Came to me in high school when I just started listening to like punk rock and like a lot of stoner doom like Caius and shit like that, and like
Wait. Did you call that stoner what?
stoner doom like Black Sabbath extended like
Sweet. I've never heard that. That's new one to me. I've probably been around forever,
Just
but
even
dude,
tonight,
I love
made
that.
A reference of,
I grew up on
that sounds
Sabbath, and I've
ridiculous,
never heard anybody
stoner
call
doom.
it stoner doom, man. Dude, that's
But
so cool.
Lee is very good in the ways of
No,
music.
that's great. No, that's cool. But go ahead, Lee. I'm
makes
sorry to
sense.
cut you off, but that was really cool because I know I'm not the only person that went, what?
You don't think stoners and doom in the same sentence, do you? But actually,
This is
as it
true,
turns
yeah.
out,
Right, yeah. But that's
slow
cool.
ass metal.
I love
Fucking
these
posers.
yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Okay. All right, so keep going. Tell me
Pretty
the
much
rest of the
every band after that's a rip off of Sabbath, basically. Ha! No, I'm just kidding. But I was listening to them, like I would get in like hardcore
loves
punk,
them.
like Urban Waste or MDC or Reagan Youth and shit like that, and then I would get me into like Anal Cunt and Gigi Allen, of course, and
Nah, Gigi's
like-
rough crowd, man.
no, I know, like I can see what his vision is and what his backing bands are doing too, but
I
he's a
totally
frack.
follow you on his entire him and Larry Flint.
Yeah, and not give a
let's
fuck
get it out
attitude.
there and let's really push those limits. But man, Gigi really
He
took
did,
it.
yeah,
dude.
like we
I
did-
didn't want to talk about half the crap he pulled on here, but we
Shut
can. But I'm just saying,
I ain't gonna.
it ain't gonna come out of me. Come out of you first. But yeah.
No, we ain't about to sling shit on stage, but we'll walk around and
I mean, I thought
To say the least.
we'll,
To say the least on
we'll
that
be
one.
jerk
Yeah.
offs on
for
stage,
a
but not
for
jerk
a
off
for a
on
while,
Yeah, right.
for a while, I actually wanted to hire somebody to beat the shit out of the audience.
Because we're too busy playing instruments while doing that. It's hard to beat up people when you're playing an instrument.
No, and just tell me this: why do you want to go beat the shit out of the audience?
Because we can.
Because you no different. You just want to jump in like create your own mosh pit, or
Pretty much.
are the mosh pits not doing it enough for you, or what?
I mean, if they want to slug somebody, I say fucking do it.
You're just down. This is Tyler, by the way. He's like Tyler Tyson. Yeah.
Testicle Tyson.
To be fair, I'm not
Sir
saying.
Testicles.
Hey,
Balls
to
of a
be,
giant.
to be fair, listen.
yeah.
When it comes down to it, dude, I'm not saying you go in and beat the shit out of somebody in the mosh pit, but I'm saying, like, why not?
Just be a fucking drunken, stupid idiot, pretty much. Be that annoying guy. For some
What
reason.
happened? Why is everybody so PC? Why can't?
Well,
a
I
fucking,
understand that it's like
Everyone's
we
a
brought
pussy,
feelings
man.
back into the comedy club and all that bullshit. But let's be realistic here, okay? No one wants to get hurt. Well, some of us want to get
Some
hurt.
do, but they
Okay,
jump in the
but
pit
to a certain
willingly.
point, yeah. Otherwise, you're not
Like
going to
those
jump
dudes
in there
that
if you
stand
don't
in the
like that,
middle of
okay?
the wall of death.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah,
serious.
yeah.
Sometimes like I understand like what's going on in there, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I get the fact that we want to jump around and thrash, okay, but I don't want to promote the fact that we should hurt each other while we're in there purposely. I think the motion of the music, what's making us move. I can see bouncing in as you're throwing that fucking boom, getting that aggression out and this and that. I think
Yeah,
that's
just
totally
hitting-
cool.
just like
but to
bumping
say
every
let's
once
go
in
in
a
there and
while,
like
but-
just fuck somebody up, that's uncool. If that's your, I'm just trying to throw etiquette here because there's
Yeah,
always
no.
that drunk
That's
asshole
true.
that jumps in and starts throwing punches. So that's not what we want in there. You're in there to, hammer each other and, let's pretty much go old school hockey, 1960s,
Yeah,
and
right.
let's just slam each other in the boards. Let's have some
Teeth
fun.
knocked out.
But we're not having a hockey fight where the ref's got to break us up afterwards. But
Right.
let's have fun. But let's look out after each other too.
And
Because there has to be some kind of an etiquette out
Men
there.
have to have that aggression played out in some sort of arena. So
Well,
the
that's
fact-
what MMA's for.
Yeah, it's so
Hey,
to
now
clar-
that,
to
like,
clarify-
mosh pits exist.
And I'll tell you,
the way
dude.
that they exist, it's absolutely necessary.
The thing I want to
I
get across
agree.
is
I
that
agree, but there's the ring for that. There's the ring for that, not the mosh pit. The mosh
clarify.
pit. The mosh pit's there to get the aggression out
Right.
in one aspect. The ring in there is to be the gladiator.
This
Just so
was
we know.
just-
And
that's
I
like-
have no problem hooking anybody in the mosh pit up with
Right.
anything and I'm still part of the Arizona Boxing Commission, so I can bring a ring to these
This-
fights
no,
if we need to.
this was
I just
just-
don't want anybody to wind up in the hospital. I just want you
Remember,
to have
we
fun.
started out as one of those fucking like hardcore, like just fuck everybody, nihilistic kind of fucking, you know. And we wanted to legitimately hire somebody to beat the shit out of the audience.
You did.
I did, yes. And
That's
the
not
thing
to
is,
say
it's-
that we don't love our fans.
I'll tell you
Yes,
what,
we
Tyler,
do.
it this way. Why just rig up
We
a
love
fire,
you guys.
Just rig up a fire hose and do a summer show. So you could do two things. Okay,
There you go.
you'll get your aggression out, hosing them down, and those suckers hurt, man, and they'll knock you down. But at the same time, you're cooling them off. You know what I mean? So it's like double. So you're not going to get the losses. Like, he kicked my ass, but he also saved me from, you know, dehydration. So
Another thing
I'm
I
trying to
wanna-
work with you, bro. I just don't want to see you in
yeah.
prison next year because you guys are kicking ass.
no.
Now the other thing I want
Again,
to say is
it was
too
just a
is
fucking thing to do.
another reason to hire a guy to beat the shit, not out of the audience, but out of those people that do karate in the pit. You see a hardcore beat down like agnostic front or like fucking knock loose shows.
Oh, that karate shit where they're doing like spin kicks and whatnot.
where they're flailing their arms in the air like a fucking meth addict. Yeah.
Now I warned
but
you
they're
guys.
straight edge, which is an oxymoron, which is weird.
No, all those straight edge dudes are on meth.
Ah.
All right, now I warned you guys this was going to be brutal. I already told you could turn this off anytime you want.
We about
But
to
I'm
get
telling
to
you,
questions.
as many things as I'm turning around on these guys, I am totally a rebel and I'm behind them on all this crap. So I'm just throwing it out there because I don't want the kids to listen on accident and say, "Oh, Dad, I did it because they thought it was cool." No, it's not cool.
We do not
It's
condone
different.
kids to listen to our music.
You know, there you go. Yeah, there's a place and there's
I
a
mean,
time,
yes, I
but,
do. Subliminal
it's called
message.
college.
we just want to be careful, but like I said, that's why I'm putting the things out there. All right, so tell me, guys, what's your favorite album? I got to hear this one.
Like of all time, like
of all,
Tyler,
just
you better
one. You
start.
only got to give me one. You got to, and now I know some people are gonna go. What about this one or this one? I know.
I got one.
Right now,
I got
I'm
one.
hitting you. But tell me what your favorite album is. Just the first one off the top of your head.
Tyler,
Thought I had one for you, but no, I'm thinking of another one.
Welcome to Sky Valley by Caius.
There you go. That's pretty wild.
You know, I'm a huge
Yulvee.
Pantera. Go ahead.
No, you were starting.
You know, I'm a huge Pantera fan. I hate the fucking Pantera kiddos. They irritate the hell out of me.
Walk on
But
home, boy.
walk on home, boy. Get the fuck out
If
of
you
here.
don't like Pantera, walk on home,
I gotta
boy.
say, Far Beyond Driven.
Nice. Yulvee.
Mine is Abrahadabra by Demi Borgir.
Abracadabra, that's a good album.
No,
Very-
Abrahadabra.
I totally forgot about that one.
It's gonna go down right here.
You like
We don't
opera
have to
metal.
wait. Lee and Yulvee
That is a good
Yeah,
album,
I do
though.
like
Title.
All for-
melodic.
All for
metal.
Tid, though. Nothing can beat All for Tid. Or in some...
I don't know, Camelot.
Okay, now here's another one. Okay, now
we're
we have
talking
a
Little
favorite
Boy here.
album, but we have favorite songs. Doesn't necessarily mean it came off that album. Do we have any favorite songs,
Let's see.
I can't do
man.
that. I'm
or
sorry.
maybe an influential song?
Oh yeah, Anal Cunt.
Which one?
Anything by them.
Anything by them. Honestly, let's go.
Oh, you guys are so rough. And by the way, the very absolute most offensive inside album cover ever. We talked about this in Desert Detonation. We don't have to go there. You guys, you have to tune into Desert Detonation on YouTube, and it's a really awesome live video of these guys: Crank Lab, Crazy Man, Explosion 2.0, Crash, you know what, Dildo Dummies, whatever they're gonna call themselves this year. But check it out. I think on there. They're under Crank Lab Explosion on that one.
Yes.
But check them out on the YouTube channel Desert Detonation. They have a really fun one. We talk a lot about this.
And you get to see
Album
our two
cover.
faces.
So there's our teaser for that one.
We're
So
kind of pretty.
It's horrible. These guys are angels compared to what they did on that one. I'm telling you, I'm sitting with them right here, and I'm lucky that they're only wearing the underwear on the outside of their pants tonight, because it could have been a lot worse.
I'm wearing nothing.
I'm glad they're wearing anything at all. So, all right, guys.
You said strip down.
Well, he was singing that Depeche Mode song earlier that Rammstein covered, and I thought that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, you know I'm only letting them give me shit because I like them. All right, you guys, my sponsor's got to jump in here and say something. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes. You're listening to James C. Stark Radio. Who's your favorite podcast, guys?
Jim C. Stark.
This guy that's talking to us.
I don't know. This guy over here that just called us in here and was
He
like,
owns-
"Hey, I saw you guys."
He owns this microphone right over
Yeah,
You know why they
He
love me?
saw us in the gutter and he's like,
The
"I
only
like
reason
you
they
guys."
love me because I'm the only channel in the world that'll let them say any fucking thing they want. So,
Hey.
anyways, we'll be right back. Yulvee, take us out of here.
Suck it, Howard
Hey,
Stern.
have a good fucking time, you fucking son of bitches.
Don't smoke
For
meth.
life.
We'll be right back after this, gang. Thanks for listening.
Hey, how's it going? This is Yulvee. Coming at you from James C. Stark Radio. We're about to get right back into it. How's everybody doing?
All right, you guys, welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
What's up, fools?
Hey.
I know we have to do that pause for the sponsor. Pause for the sponsor. See
That's
how I
some
said that?
stoner
That was pretty freaking
Fascists.
cool. All right, tell me, guys. Has anybody done any touring?
I have. It was a while ago, and if you would even call it a tour, we were gone for 3 days. It was just to California.
Hey, that's cool. You got out of town and came back.
Good.
That counts. Toured your ass out of here and back. Even though
I
it's
ended
3
up paying
days.
for the whole thing because my bandmates said they brought money, and then nope, come to Tyler because he's a nice guy. So.
Oh, that part
Pretty fucking
sucks.
Hey, you know what? I may be a dick, but I'm actually a nice guy. You know what? And don't confuse my kindness with weakness because I will smack the shit out of you if you're a fucking
He
dick.
will. He'll fuck you up.
Oh yeah, again, you guys, we're with Crank Lab Explosion, and they have no filter. So just warning you, if
What's up,
I'm
guys?
just warning you, turn it off now if you don't want to hear some crazy crap. If you want to hear all the craziness, please stay tuned.
Offended.
Yes, please.
Snowflakes.
What's your biggest challenge in music wise? Not in life and all that other crap in relationships. What's your biggest challenge about being a musician?
Tyler,
Fuck you. Don't fuck off.
you're right here. What do you want?
Yeah, I'm right here. Oh yeah, I'm right here. Hi guys. You know, I actually started out as a bass player, and I guess you would say I kind of because I got severe stage fright, believe it or not. And everybody's like, "You have stage fright?" I can't tell. I'm like, "Well, that's because I drink when I'm on stage." So I started on bass, and I did that for a couple of years. Kind of got bored of it because I always wanted to play guitar. And when Lee and I first started Crank Lab, which was about 2 years ago, I asked him if I can play guitar. He's like, yeah. So, you know, I've been sticking to that. I play a little keyboards here and there, but it really was kind of hard to pick up the guitar and start playing it because that 2 extra strings, you know, just the leads, the rhythms, whatever, it's a total different world, you know, from playing the bass. Because bass, you know, I get it. You can do leads, you can do rhythms, you know, but it's a total different world, you know.
Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. Your fingers are working different. The strings are a different size. It's a whole different world. What about you, Yulvee?
Well,
What's your biggest challenge in everything? I mean, you're a multi-instrumentalist, so I know you get different challenges and different things. So tell me, what's your biggest one out of all of it?
I guess my biggest one is I work with a band that I've come to associate with, and they're great folks, but they do a lot of like punk themed things, and I come from a background of doing melodic instrumental black metal pieces, of which I've composed several. And so to come from that area into a group that is a little more high, you know, they're a little bit
Higher
more,
energy, maybe?
yeah, definitely higher energy, because
To say
like
the
black
least.
metal is all about like just like sort of like death energy and like just like,
To be fair, we
Its
do
own
have black
thing.
metal songs. You know, we've got a wide...
and they do, and
a
they
wide-
do.
You guys have the most. I don't know, as far as punk and like really dark stuff goes. You guys have it covered. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. So
Gotta be different.
Yeah.
you have that old school. Like I said before, you brought back that old school feel of punk.
Yeah.
The really original early days of let's just
Just in the 2010s.
Yeah,
pretty
so
much.
I guess if I could summarize,
you've got that darker edge.
my
You guys
biggest
do a lot of
hurdle
different
with
things.
this group is just the fact of they are much more high energy than me, because I come from like a black metal background. So my musical, what would you call it?
Emphasis?
Upbringing is that of deliberate.
He's a
and-
kid.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. But
You
my
can't-
deliberate upbringing with music is like slow and deliberate black metal culture. So like working with Crank Lab Explosion has been a really fun experience for me, because these guys, they are absolutely in the realm of having a good time and writing solid music for the sake of music, which I am so about. So it's been nice. The last group that I was with, they didn't do that so much. They were a little bit,
Well, you get to break out of your zone.
Yeah.
You get to reach out a little more, and you're out
the
of your
last
comfort
group
zone.
they were a little bit too much into it. They're a little bit too dug deep.
That
but-
was exactly like our last group too.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
and
shit.
Crank
Well,
Lab
you know what I always
Explosion
say, guys.
is
It's about the
very
chemistry.
free.
It's
Yeah.
about the chemistry, and you can't dog another band or another musician because you didn't work with you need to.
Right.
Because there's a chemistry. If it
We're
didn't
really-
work with you, go and check out somebody else down the block and work with them. It's all about that chemistry. It's just
Right,
like
right.
in chemistry class. Two things may mix. Two things may
Right.
cause the entire school to evacuate.
Right.
So when it comes together, it comes together. When it doesn't, you move on. No
Yeah.
disrespect to anybody.
Yeah.
You just like it doesn't work, and
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
what you do.
Like no diss to a
Lee,
Deadly Awakening. Like
What's your biggest struggle, Lee?
Mr. Lee.
Oh, I love this. Tyler over has something up his crank because he's bugging him. He's
Up
pushing
his
everything.
crank.
But he's gonna have to
You making
wait.
that-
Yeah,
you
exactly.
making
See?
that pun?
You like how he did that? You like how he did that? Cool. Okay, Tyler, what's your biggest one?
No, I got a joke for
Not
you
Tyler,
guys.
Lee. Oh, go ahead.
Tyler's got a joke.
I got a
Oh,
joke.
dude, come on.
So what do Bernie Sanders and punk kids have in common?
In the middle of this, really?
Repeat it again because our
What do
listeners couldn't
Bernie
hear that.
Sanders and punk kids have in common?
They're both
We're
gonna
getting-
be
we're getting
dead
this.
soon.
Yeah, we're getting.
Oh,
no.
dude.
Yeah, come on,
Dude, you're
no.
rough. But I warned you guys. This is Crank Lab Explosion.
I love punk. All right, it's just a
Tyler's
joke.
freaking
All right?
Flipping.
All right, getting back to Lee. Lee, tell us what your biggest struggle is. Obviously, with not working with this numbnuts, but
Seriously.
what do you have to deal with? he's cracking me over here. I
He's
love
beating
it.
him with the toilet roll.
No,
That's punk.
but everybody understands that. Yeah, punk. We didn't headbutt each other though. Thank God.
Yeah,
Not
that's
many
like
women do
Viking
it.
barbarian shit,
Yeah, there we go.
which we dabble in.
He's sharpening his weapon. No shit. All right, Lee, what's going on? Tell
But
me.
yeah, fucking musical challenges. I guess is self-composition and taking that and trying to explain it. Because I'm a shitty ass teacher when it comes down to it. Like I can't.
He's really not.
Well, I just feel I can't teach that well, but so I just show them a bunch of times some pieces.
For our listeners, you mean to say that you just
What are you running the interview?
well,
I'm talking, bitch.
not exactly, but I just mean to ask, like, what do you mean?
This is
Go
what we
for
do
it.
on stage too, people. By
No,
the way,
seriously, go
Yeah.
for it. I want to kick back and watch this. This is cool.
Yeah.
What do you mean exactly?
Okay.
I'm down.
Inner Crank Lab interview. It's like Eric. It's like Eric Andre when he did interview TV, interviewing people during the middle of interviews.
we smoke a lot of weed.
That and shit. What was the
I want to
question?
know a
Well,
quick.
it was like you said you weren't that great a teacher, but I tend to disagree. So what are you after there?
Lee, what's your biggest one? Seriously, if you had to pick one seriously, like what's the biggest thing that's ever challenged you musically?
I don't
Think
have
about
any
it.
musical challenges. I'm the best ever. I'm better than Kanye West. I'm the second coming. I'm just kidding.
Well, dude, in my opinion, anybody's better than Kanye West, but go ahead.
Amen to that.
Except for the Dreadmaster.
The dread.
We went there. I like that we went there too.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
Shit.
Well, I'll tell you what. Answer me this one. You've had challenges. Everybody has. I know some of them we don't want to speak about in this now. But what kind of advice would you give for the younger bands going through challenges?
Easy.
Even starting out, even if they don't have challenges, well, they're going to have challenges obviously right off the bat when they're starting. But what would you tell them?
I guess just go at it. Like no matter if it's a challenge, just go slow. If you're trying to learn something,
That's Mr. Lee.
and who and then I guess just go up from there. And shit, I've never been asked that question before.
Yeah. Now think about it. If you were younger and you wanted advice from somebody that was a pro
Okay.
and had been through it, what advice would you want?
Do not expect to be famous
Okay.
because people
You
will
broke
not
my
like your music.
dreams.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the beginning of
My
failure.
biggest thing would be
if you put yourself in that headspace of like
you're gonna be the next
I mean
Metallica
to
or the next
succeed
Slayer.
to be famous.
Yeah.
You're already in a failure mentality because it's like, well, okay, like everybody can like envision themselves in a high place, right? But if you envision yourself in a high place and you don't fucking meet that any given fucking day of the week, you are absolutely
You're just
going
gonna
to
get-
be of detriment to
Yeah.
your own psyche.
Fucking depression.
Oh,
as
absolutely.
fuck right
Fame has
there.
a price and runs through every day.
Yeah, so it's like
You got to bring it.
That and don't expect to
everybody-
make a career out of it.
Everybody
Even
says
Metallica
something.
enjoyed music at one point. Now it's just a cash grab.
Yeah, everybody says
Sure.
at some point they're like, "Oh, I'd like to be like famous, and I'd like to like have my art and work validated and all that." And like, that's great, good for you. But guess what? If that's where you put yourself mentally every day, and your normal waking self isn't occupying that space, you're going to be a detriment to yourself. So the best thing that you can do is you can say, "Okay, that is my goal," right? But you say something along the lines of, "That is my goal, but that is not where I am at currently." You have to be responsible about this. You have to say, "That is not where I am at currently."
I understand that. You know, just take it for what it is. Let's be realistic.
Yeah,
We're musicians because we have
Here's
passion.
where I
You know,
am in
if
that
you
space.
expect to get paid at every single thing, maybe it's not what you should be doing.
Right.
Get your regular job. Do this on the side.
Not
have
to
Stay in a
fun
mention-
with
cover
it.
band.
Not to
If something
mention-
happens, that's wonderful. You never know, but it's your passion. We don't
And
do
not
it
to
because
mention,
we have to. We
This
do it
is
because
really
we love
important too. A lot of people, they want to get famous just for the sake of being famous, but like
Right.
at the same time, it's more like, well, okay, if you're a musical artist, like you have to just roll with the punches, because not everyone is going to like your content for what you've made, and it's really important to know that, because a lot of people, they get so obsessed with like what other people think, especially when it comes to musical
They
content.
just lose touch with themselves.
Yeah, and it's like, man,
It ain't
just
pure
you do
anymore.
your thing,
Do it
and
for
you
yourself.
have to understand, like, if you just do your own thing, it really doesn't matter if anybody likes your shit, because eventually someone will like your shit. And if you're doing it for musical expression, then you're gonna be fine anyway. And
Well, there you go. You can wrap it up. It's either you're gonna like you or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
got
guess
you.
that really,
Hey,
honestly,
speaking
that's
of all that, and you're talking about what they're gonna like in this net and performing. Let's move on a little bit here. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
You guys are really wild on stage, Lee. I know. I love hitting you first. I just love the deer in the headlights look.
Like what?
All right, you're getting on stage. Lights are out. Crowd's roaring.
Lasers go off.
Jim just introduced you guys. And what's the last thing going through your head before that first chord?
Let's get it on. So let's go. I guess it's like a mode I can't really express when I'm not there right now. It's one of those.
Is it more than a feeling than a thought?
Yeah. Like that Boston song. Yeah. Like that, and just a whole shit ton of adrenaline. No matter who's there or how many people are there, it's still a stage. Stage is a stage that's gonna go down nonetheless. I don't know what's gonna happen when we go down, but it's gonna go down. I guess.
Yeah.
Really, what do you think? And have you performed with these guys yet? I know you're brand new. You guys would have had only a couple
If the
shows.
stage is big enough, we can run around everywhere.
We've had him for, I believe, 3 shows now.
3 shows now?
4 shows.
Okay, now
2 shows?
you've gone on stage with other
3
bands and
shows.
stuff before, but what went through your head before you went on stage with these guys the first time? Quickly though, we're running out of time a little bit.
Real
I mean,
quick,
rush you guys, but
yeah, it was
I have
something
a bunch of
along the
questions to
lines
ask.
of. It was something along the lines of like, these guys are here and you guys are fucking ready to rock, and I'm right there in that mentality, and I'm right there with them. Like, I don't know, these guys don't have any fucking bars held. Like, they just do what they do, and I'm so fucking thrilled and psyched to be with them. For that fact, it's like I have a venue where I can continue that mode of art, and they do that by default. So it's really fucking nice to, be a part of that type of shit, because they're right there with me.
So the last thing going through your head is just
musical
like, I'm with
family.
these dudes, and I'm right there with them, and I got it.
Yeah,
It's kind of it. Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
come out and see us. Like, we'll jam at any fucking place we
Even
end
if you don't
up.
like the music, we're at least fun on stage, you know?
Tyler, what are you thinking about?
Unpredictable.
Oh, I'm wondering if these ass clowns in other countries actually like us or not, you know?
Oh shit, you're gonna go there, right? Seriously, what the hell?
I'm intrigued, you know? Hey, you know what? If you like us, you like us. If you don't, you don't. But when it comes down to the end of the day, we say what we want, we do what we want, and We don't hold ourselves to the standard of this normal PC, polite, wannabe.
Not even polite.
That's
just
right.
Anti-human.
Real fans only, but also the fans of us, we love you.
No normies allowed.
Okay, Karen.
Quick fan etiquette thing. Let's go over really fast. Okay. Just to remind everybody, these guys are a very hyperactive band, but they are extremely approachable. But do one favor for these guys. When they get off stage, give them 5 minutes.
Alone.
Okay, let them go back there. Let them decompress a little bit. Let them use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Let them dry off. There's nothing worse than a big sweaty hug from a guy coming off stage just like an athlete. They're disgusting.
Hey man, I'll
They
give somebody
stink.
a big sweaty hug.
I know, but it's nasty. Dude, you don't just give sweaty ones. Usually like slimy on top of it. It's nasty. I've been there.
Nice and cool.
I learned, but that's why I'm telling these guys. But let them give them a second to dry off for a minute. But do that with everybody, okay? No one's being rude when they run off stage and they run past you. Just to let the fans know and our friends.
Yeah, we're
fans
down.
and friends mean the same thing. So listen, friends, when they run past you when they get off stage, they're not dissing you and you're saying hello and this and that. Understand? They either have to go to the bathroom really bad or they're disgusted and they need to get a towel on them and just rinse off or do something because it's a lot of hard work.
Public service
Especially
announcement.
a drummer or a front person. Vocalists are like that. They're very animated up there. They're jumping around. The guitar player, everybody actually. There's nobody on there that's not as sweaty as anybody else. But the drummer is actually going through aerobics for an hour up there. So they're pretty foul.
And Jim's right. We are very approachable. We just want to party with everybody.
Yeah,
you know?
but that's the whole thing. Just give them a few minutes.
Gotta give us the time.
And there's a lot more to this story than we can talk about today. So if you want to know more, just hit them up at a show. And I promise you, they're really good dudes. They do have a lot of political points, and they have a lot of ethical. I don't even know how to say it. I forget the word
Human
I'm looking for.
points.
Human points, maybe.
Watch
Yeah.
someone approach
Humanity. But I'll tell you what, everything pretty comes from the. You can talk to these guys about anything. They're really cool, but they do not have a filter. So just letting you know, don't take anything abrasive or harsh that comes out of them. They just tell you like it is, and they do mean it from the best that they can. But they've all come from a little rough background, and they still need Auntie May to come down and teach them some manners. With that said,
we're dicks,
Exactly.
but we're dicks within
They would
reason.
kick her ass too. I'm just kidding. But
Nah, we
seriously.
would never hit a woman.
All right, so you guys take care. Thanks for listening. Again, you guys tell everybody where they can find your videos and your music.
Lee, YouTube. Our YouTube always confuses me.
Crank Lab Explosion, Lab Central, YouTube.
And then we also have a Facebook. Our Facebook actually got suicided because we made a Hillary joke. So it is now Cranklab 2.0.
The only reason we didn't talk about that today is because we didn't want to lose the podcast either, because these guys are down with it. Hang on just a second, gang. Thanks so much for listening, you guys. Our new season is going to be coming up in January 2020, and it's been great to have these guys out here to close the season with us. You've been listening to the crazy, completely outspoken, unfiltered Crank Lab Explosion. You guys want to take it out?
I'm Tyler.
I'm Yulvee.
And we are
Crank Lab Explosion.
And you are listening to
James C. Stark Radio.
Peace out, my brothers. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. All righty.